What is up, everybody, and welcome to the channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Star Wars The Black Series, and this is the very cool, the very awesome, the very dangerous Cad Bane. Look at this guy. Yeah, this guy's cool. You guys know the routine. Before we get into the review, let's take a closer look at that packaging. We have Cad Bane in his plastic prison. We have an awesome image of Cad Bane on this side. We have a quick little read-up that says, renowned bounty hunter Cad Bane was known for his impressive arsenal of weapons and allies. His work with Pike Syndicate on Tatooine led him face-to-face with Boba Fett. This is number 5 in the Star Wars Book of Boba Fett series. Yeah, pretty cool line. We have barcodes, all that juicy stuff on the bottom. Who doesn't love barcodes? Nothing on top. Nice window packaging so we can actually see what we're buying. Which is fantastic. And this guy even looks good in his plastic prison, so I'm sure he's going to look even better outside of his plastic prison. So we'll be right back to take a closer look at Cad Bane. I was going to call him Boba Fett. I was calling him Cad Bane earlier, so who knows what I'm going to be calling him throughout this review. We'll be right back, guys. Alright, everybody, we are back and we have Cad Bane outside of the package. So let's get a closer look at his accessories first. We have his revolvers. A bit of detail in this one. These look pretty good. Mostly silver paint, and we have a little bit of brown on the handle here. It's not too bad. We do have a little bit of gray over paint. Let's take a look at this one, and this one is pretty much the same. I think the other one is just painted a little bit better. That's just me being picky. But yeah, a little bit of detail. Not a plain chunk of plastic or anything like that. I think these look pretty good. Let's take a closer look at that hat. And we have some silver paint there. A little bit of detail on the hat. Do have a little bit of dry brushing too. Just a little bit black here and there just to give it a more weathered appearance. Pretty good. A little bit of silver over paint on this one as well. But overall, not too bad. And let's get down to Mr. Cad Bane. Awesome head sculpt, man. I'm loving the eyes. I think the eyes look fantastic. We have red eyeballs, and his pupils are like yellow. They have orange on the outskirts. They're just kind of blending in the yellow and red, and I think that looks fantastic. Great job on that by Hasbro. We get down to the hoses and stuff like that. They go on the back here. That's pretty decent. I'm always scared with these hoses. I can't remember what figure I had, but it had some of these hoses. And I was doing some posing and just kind of moving them around a bit, and one of the hoses actually snapped off. So be mindful. Not sure how much moving around you can actually do with this one before these kind of snap. They are soft plastic, so might not be too bad. And we get down to the bottom part here. Everything that's painted is painted relatively nice. Very, very plasticky feel. I know it's a plastic figure and all that stuff, but it just, I don't know. It's missing something. I wish they had paint. If this full figure was painted, definitely look a lot better. But I do like the detail, and we have some kind of emblems or whatever it is, buttons. Not really sure painted here, and that looks pretty good as well. Down to his kind of gauntlets. That's attached by a hose, obviously on each side. That's painted nicely. We have some silver paint on that. Buttons and all that stuff are painted nice. Very bright blue, which I can't remember if he's like that in the show or not. I definitely have to go back and watch it. It's been a long time. Very, very nice color blue though. Brighter than his skin color. His skin color is almost like a pale blue. We get down to his belt. We have some bullets there, and the buckles and all that stuff are painted nicely. Going down to the holsters. The holsters are actually attached. This part of a strap here on the holster is actually part of his pants, so no separate piece like we get with a lot of the G.I. Joes and all that stuff. Separate piece here, separate piece going around, you kind of move it around. Not the case with this one. We can see a little peg here. It's kind of pegged into the leg, and it's actually glued onto the leg. Not sure how I'm going to feel about that once I play around with this guy and do a little bit of articulation, but look wise, looks pretty good. We have bullets wrapped around the outside of his boots, which are painted pretty good here. No paint on the top though. They could have used a bit of paint on the top here. Yeah, I do like his I'm gonna call it trench coat or whatever you want to call it. Maybe there's a proper name, maybe not, who knows. Who cares? It's clothes. We're talking about action figures. I'm really liking the design of this, and there's a bit of texturing into it too, so it almost looks like wrinkles. Trench coat's kind of crumpled up and stuff like that. It looks good. Loving the soft plastic and all that stuff too. Could have used a little bit of weathering on that, and I think it would have looked a lot better. But there is a bit of detail, and I'm loving the trench coat or jacket, whatever you want to call it. So, other than that, man, the overall appearance of this one looks great. Nothing overly bad to complain about. A few minor nitpicks here and there. Paint application is decent. Head sculpt's good. I'm digging it, man. What do you guys think? Awesome looking figure. We had a closer look. Let's go over articulation. So far, his head, it goes back this far, forward this far, goes side to side. Obviously, you're not going to get a full range of motion because of the holes going into his face. The neck is articulated, so that goes back this far, forward this far. You do have some side to side out of the neck as well. Not a whole lot of side to side. Shoulders go up this far. So restricted going up. Not overly restricted by his jacket or anything like that. Just feels a tad bit restricted. There's a butterfly joint, as we can see in here. That goes back and forth. There's a rotation at the base. No bicep swivel or anything like that. You get almost a 90-degree bend out of the elbow that swivels. And for the wrist goes up and down and all the way around. We have no ab crunch or anything like that. There is a ball joint at the waist, and that goes back this far, forward this far, side to side, full rotation all the way around. So no real upper body movement. Like I said, could use like a ball joint here or a crunch or something like that. So for his legs, goes forward this far, back this far. Not overly restricted by his holsters. I think they designed it so that you can have a fair bit of movement. Obviously, it's not going to rotate all the way around. It's just on a ball peg here. No upper thigh cut, anything like that, obviously, because of the holsters. And for his knees, it goes back a little over 90 degrees for that. His boots spin all the way around. Ankles go back this far, forward this far, and you do have that rocker joint there. So, decent articulation, not great articulation, but like I said, it's Cad Bane. It's not Spider-Man. You don't need anything crazy for Cad Bane, in my personal opinion. I think most of the poses that you want to get this guy in, you are quite capable of getting him in. And let's pop his hat on. And if you guys want to put guns in his hand, you can do so. You get big, thick fingers, so it goes in his hand nice and easy. Stays in there, not going anywhere. Did a good job with that. And let's try these holsters here, and they slide in nice and I was gonna say nice and easy, but yeah, they do slide in nice and easy once you find the sweet spot. Goes in there nice and tight, not coming out. So overall, pretty nice design with that too. I know some of these Hasbro, some of Hasbro figures that have these little clips that goes over. Not the case with this one, not needed. This nice soft plastic actually holds it into place quite well. I like it. That pretty much wraps up our review for the Star Wars The Black Series Cad Bane from the Book of Boba Fett. I gotta say, man, Cad Bane is probably one of my favorite parts of Book of Boba Fett. Obviously, Book of Boba Fett, not as good as Mandalorian. Cad Bane didn't make it better though, and obviously when Mando came in and all that good stuff. But anyway, this is about the action figure. I get sidetracked. I have trouble concentrating. I have trouble sticking to one subject without veering off. So yeah, solid figure overall. I think Hasbro did a great job with that one. Is it the best Star Wars Black Series that we ever had? Hell no. But is it a solid release? Is it worth your money? Well, that depends on you. Are you a big Star Wars fan? Are you a big fan of Cad Bane? If so, pick it up. Not a whole lot of bad things to say about this one. I think whatever's painted on this one is painted nicely. Like I previously mentioned throughout the review, man. I'm loving those eyes. The eyes are probably one of my favorite parts of this action figure. They have a little bit of detail on this. The paintwork is all good, like I previously mentioned. I really love the overall appearance and the work they did on the jacket or trench coat, or there's probably a better name. There's probably a proper name, but I don't know. I'm not a fashion designer, and I'm not into clothes a whole lot. I spend all my money on action figures. So. The only difference, I can't say the only difference, but one of the few difference from this one and Cobb Vanth 2-pack is the bullets going around his chest here. I can't remember what else. I think there's some kind of blast effects that kind of ports into the top part of his gun there as well. So if you missed out on a double pack, this one will definitely do. Let me know which one you guys actually like better if you have both? Do you like the Book of Boba Fett, or do you prefer the Cad Bane 2-pack? Personally, I don't have the Cad Bane 2-pack. I did have the Clone Wars version of Cad Bane, but I actually got rid of that as well. I bought this one. I ordered this one from a local toy distributor. And if you are local to the St. John's area, check out Paper and Plastic. Awesome to deal with, man, and he's definitely my one-stop for action figures, G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, you name it, he can get it. So yeah, look him up if you are local to Newfoundland, St. John's, Newfoundland, especially Paper and Plastic. But yeah, what was I saying? See, I told you I have trouble concentrating. I'm like a hamster. Hamster? No, I don't know. See, now I don't even know what I'm talking about again. But if I had to rate this guy out of 10, man, 7, I don't know. Definitely closer to an 8 out of 10, 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. The overall appearance is good. Obviously, it's a black series, so kind of looks a bit cheap, feels a bit cheap. But I like it. It's a solid release, man. They did a good job on the guns and all that stuff. The overall appearance is good. Articulation is somewhat limited. It's Cad Bane. I mean, it's not Spider-Man. He's not going to be doing backflips and all that good stuff. So, articulation is limited, restricted, but it's good enough in my personal opinion. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you're limber enough. We can get you some cool poses. Yeah, I think we'll do quite fine, you and I. Alright, guys. 8 out of 10. Let me know what you think of this one. Let me know what you think of our review. If you liked the review, hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up. And hit that subscribe button too. Yeah, if you want to check out more reviews by this guy. Also, my friends, if you do hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to keep you up to date with all of our content, like reviews and live streams and stuff and things. Okay, I'm getting weird now. Time to go. Keep collecting. Stay safe. Go buy some toys like this one.